for over 2 decades, who is the GOAT? Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo? And this debate happens all over the world. But when it comes to India, suddenly the debate takes a sharp turn. The debate from goals, statistics, turns into something which is completely geopolitical. Hi, I'm Sean, and welcome to the Logical Reactor. And if you're here for the first time, hit that like button and share the video and join my channel. Let's get into it right away. Football fans, when they discuss who is the GOAT, Messi or Ronaldo, rarely talk about statistics, whether it's number of goals scored or number of Ballon d'Ors or number of assists, number of headers. It all comes down to the football fans' emotions. Obviously, it's a game, it's a sport, so you will have emotions. I mean, both are great players in their own right. One is God gifted, talented, he's got amazing feet, and one is hardworking, disciplined, motivated, non-stop. And when people talk about who is the GOAT, you have different sets of traits, different sets of values for both the players. And when those same discussions happen in India, for some reason, I am not sure why, for some reason, it becomes very politicized. So there's been a trend recently, ever since the FIFA World Cup this year started, online, on Instagram, the Reels, on Facebook, YouTube Shorts, that most of the Messi or Argentina fans are more inclined. I mean, most of them are usually from the right wing side of India, whether it's the BJP party or the right wing. Again, not all of them. There are obviously many, even BJP guys who love Ronaldo equally as Messi, but there's been a trend. Usually, I've also seen like a lot of BJP supporters or fans are also fans of Messi and Argentina. Now you got to look into the history and the reason why this is happening recently. It's not a very long trend. Now going back, India and Argentina also have very good relations internationally. A lot of exports, imports happening where India is exporting petrol to Argentina, and we are importing crude oil and LPG, which is funny at this time because we have an issue with our petrol in India with all the blended ethanol in the petrol, which is causing damages to few cars and vehicles and bikes because of the mix of the ethanol in the petrol. Yet India is exporting petrol to Argentina, which again it's a business deal. So nothing much that we can do about it. It's an economic business import export, and we are also getting LPG. So fair enough. I mean, we are also importing LPG from Argentina, getting from them also crude oil. So it's a give and take relationship between us and them. Another reason I would feel that a lot of supporters of the BJP, at least, or the right wing part of India, support Argentina is because they are also good friends with Israel. Now you have the Argentina president, Javier, is good friends with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. They have been cited numerous times together at different summits, at different meetings. So there's a lot of good relations between all three of them. Now, those who follow Indian politics know that the BJP supporters or the right wing love Israel, and they see them as a powerhouse, as a strong political power in the Middle East because they are the ones who are standing alone against all of these other Arab countries. Then you have also another reason where Modi ji and Messi were supposed to meet, which was going to be epic. But for some reason, both of them were busy. Obviously, one is the prime minister, one is one of the greatest footballers alive, and both couldn't get their schedules to meet. So instead, Messi had sent Modi ji a signed autograph of his jersey, which he wore for the 2022 World Cup. And that was a good gesture by Messi. But there's also a sad, a very strange or a very interesting fact about Argentina, which people may or may not know. I think now it's trending on Instagram and Reels and Shorts as well, where Argentina is the only South American team not to have any black players. Now you may be wondering and asking, Array, that can be possible, right? I mean, because they choose the best players, not necessarily you have to choose a black player just to be in the team. But if you look at Brazil, if you look at Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela, Chile, if they're all playing still, at least they have one or two black players in their team, in their squad. I mean, African um, origin from Africa, basically. So, but Argentina has not one black player. They're all Latino, they're all European who have obviously settled there, migrated to Argentina, and now they're playing for the country. Plus, they have a very, allegedly, they have a very racist history where they had a lot of blacks staying there before, and through the centuries, through the years, they have been eradicated, or the population of the indigenous people or the black people has come down a lot significantly. So there's very few, if not almost no black people in Argentina, if not very, very few. This is something that most Indians might not know. So if you're looking at the team of Argentina, they also have Argentinian values. Now, if those values are itself racist or xenophobic, or they have some sort of animosity towards black players. In fact, there was also a video which came out where the Argentinian players were singing a slogan or a song in the bus, which was targeted at Kylian Mbappe, the French player. Now, because French has many black players who have their parents from Nigeria, Cameroon, different countries of Africa, they shifted to France and they were born in France and now they're playing for France. So these players from Argentina had made fun and made a song targeting these black players, especially Mbappe. So that became a huge controversy on its own. So they have these tendencies. In fact, they've also been called out on the pitch when they're playing. They're a bit aggressive. They're one of the few teams who receive any kind of yellow cards or red cards or any fouls, if at all, in fact. And one of the teams which get the most number of penalties. Now, these are actually facts. I'll show you the statistics over here. Most number of penalties in a World Cup, the least number of fouls compared to other countries. So I'm not saying these are conspiracy theories, but when you have these facts come up, it makes the other side think, what if FIFA is actually supporting them? Even though they may not, but when you have these statistics, it makes you wonder that what if actually Messi is being pushed to win the World Cup? Again, these are just perceptions out there. Now, when you come to the other side, Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, he has had a fan base for many years, a very diverse fan base. And again, you also do have some right wing or BJP supporters who love even Ronaldo. So it's not only specific to them. But since of late, the recent trend, the people who support Ronaldo are obviously from the opposition side. You have a lot of Muslims, a lot of Christians, where you see the minority groups who support Cristiano Ronaldo. So you have Mbappe, you have Haaland also with Ronaldo, you have other players, countries. So it's basically the world against Messi and Argentina. So the Messi fans take it as motivation that the world is against us, whereas the Ronaldo fans see it as the world is against you because you guys cheat. So it's two different perceptions. Now the Messi fans believe that they are right, that the other people on the other side are wrong, because of the algorithm. Now, if you love Messi, you'll only see pro Messi videos or shorts or reels on your feed. That's how the algorithm works. If you're a pro Ronaldo fan or Mbappe or Haaland or an anti-Messi or Argentine, you'll find those algorithm videos on your feed. So it depends on what you see, you get to watch more of it. So that kind of warps your mind a little bit. And again, coming back to Ronaldo, he is perceived and liked, admired by the minority population because when he had donated his golden boot, which he won for one of the Euros or some trophy, he won a golden boot. So again, that is seen as something which is humanitarian, helping the children, affected people in Gaza, in Palestine, which is appreciated by obviously the Muslims in India. They look at him as a role model, as a true sportsman, as a true athlete, even on and even off the pitch. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. He is one of the best athletes on and off the pitch. He has done a lot of great work with charities, with children. So this also gets him support, majority support, even from the Muslim population in India, which eventually comes back to the same problem where divide, where you have the pro BJP and the anti BJP or the against or the opposition. So when you support players like maybe Mbappe also or Haaland or Ronaldo especially, you might be seen as anti-national. So again, because you are not supporting Messi or Argentina from their perspective. So the entire debate about who is the GOAT, who is the best player of all time, doesn't go on statistics anymore. It goes on pure emotion, where one side feels that he is the best, the country is the best, they are being wrongly judged, they're being wrongly accused of FIFA supporting them. But you have the other group, the other camp, saying that yes, there are videos to show that FIFA is supporting them. There's so many fouls which Messi and Argentina commit, but they never get a yellow or red card. They never get called out. In fact, the game between Argentina and Egypt was a very controversial game, which you guys probably seen, where Egypt were actually leading 2-0, and until the 75th or 80th minute, they were almost winning the match. And one of the goals which Egypt scored were called off because of a foul which happened on the other side of the pitch. Then when Salah was also fouled inside the D, it wasn't called, it wasn't gone, it wasn't taken to the VAR to check for a possible penalty or foul. So you have both sides with their arguments to and fro, obviously. Coming back to the debate in India, it turns into a very geopolitical issue where you have one is pro Messi, which becomes pro Israel because they are friends, which becomes pro India again. And you have one side which is Ronaldo, which is pro, I won't say pro Palestine, but he has helped the children. So that doesn't make him pro. He just helped the children in Palestine once with donations. And he stands up for what is true. He's hardworking, disciplined man. So those are seen as values from this side of the group. So again, these two sides have this conflicting idea, and it's basically a few users online who have created this kind of a narrative or a trend, which has brought unnecessary debates and arguments between friends also. In fact, we also have a very close group where we argue who is the greatest footballer, and then things get blown out of proportion. Again, these are just emotions going up there. So again, if you, I want to know your comments. So who do you think is the GOAT, at least from an Indian perspective, whether it's Messi or it's Ronaldo or it's neither? Because again, you can't really judge a GOAT based on a World Cup. Because if that's the case, then Pele has won 3 World Cups. So you can call him the GOAT. The most goals till date has been scored by Cristiano Ronaldo. You can call him the GOAT. Someone who's played in the Champions League, La Liga, and won a World Cup, that's Messi. You can call him the GOAT. Kaka has won the World Cup for Brazil once when he was playing. You can call him the GOAT. You have German players who have also won the World Cup. You can call them the GOATs. So you can't really call the GOAT based on just a single World Cup. Players have to be, you have to look at every single matrix. So you can't judge a player, call him the GOAT based on just a World Cup. You have to count the World Cup, Champions League, you have to see Copa America or Euro because they're two different tournaments. One is European, one is South American. You have to see the most assists, the most headers, the most free kick goals, one of the most best dribblers of the ball. There's a lot of different factors, appearances for the country, international goals again, that's Cristiano Ronaldo again, most international goals. So there's a lot of debate regarding GOAT, but there's a lot of different factors which come into play. So you can't just say that Messi won the World Cup 2022, so he is the GOAT. Or you can't call Ronaldo because he's hardworking and he has achieved what nobody else could with Portugal, so he's the GOAT. Both are good in their own right. But a GOAT is someone who can actually unify people. Now, if you have one player where the entire population of India agrees, or maybe the world agrees that yes, this player is the GOAT, then that player probably will be the GOAT because you'll always have this divide between politics, we have religion also coming to it sadly, you have imports, exports, business relations, a lot of different factors which come into play, and that bridges a gap between the fans. So if you guys like the video, like my perspective, I want to know your comments. Who is the GOAT for you guys? And you can give your perceptions, your reasons why you support either Messi or Ronaldo, the reasons, and I would love to see all the reasons. If you're here for the first time again, smash that like button, join the channel, hit that subscribe, and hit the notification so you get all my videos. Until our next time, we'll all catch you very soon. Bye.